Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Emma Hernandez and I am 16 years old. I currently attend Wichita North High. Go Redskins. And I am here today because I want to talk to you guys about multiple sclerosis. In case you don't know what that is, it is a disease in the brain and it messes with your nerves and your spinal cord. And it's proven that no two MS patients have the same symptoms, but I think that's false. Because me and my mom, we both have the same symptoms, and it's like, okay. But I want to talk to you guys today about that because I've seen recently that a lot of kids my age, they suffer from depression because they really don't know how to talk to people about what they're going through, or they don't have anybody. It doesn't matter if you're just a regular teen or you're a teen that has a disease. I honestly don't care. I want to hear your story. I want to know how you deal with it. You know, if we can make a difference and get you back and happy, well then that is awesome, you know? I want to know that. But, you know, just to say, if you ever had those times where you just sit in bed or anywhere and you think, like, how could this happen? You know, why me? You know, will it stop? Will I ever get better? You know, we have those questions. And I know a lot of people do, along with parents. But as long as you have hope, you will get better, and hopefully a cure will come your way, you know? And I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, like, oh, hopefully there's a cure. Like, you know, it's in the making. But yeah, hopefully. And I would love to hear how you found out you had a certain disease or how you deal with it, you know? But to start off with my story, I was 15 years old, and I'm on a golf team, and last year we went to state, and I was watching my friend play, and the next day I realized my hearing had gone away from my left side, my face was numb, and my taste buds were completely lost. My parents took me to the ER, and they were like, well, what's your symptoms? And I told them, and they were like, okay, well, I'll be back. And as soon as they came back, they were like, does anybody in your family have MS? And I looked at my mom, and my mom's eyes just completely fell into tears. If you ask why that is, it's because she has MS as well, and she's had it for about 13 years. I've seen what it can do to people, and it's not really pretty. I fell into tears, and I was like, no, it can't be. And he was like, well, I could be wrong, but let's run some tests. So as soon as they ran some tests and they gave me a room, what's now my neurologist came in, and he was like, well, I'm sorry to say this, but you do have MS. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to, believe that my life had been completely gone and I wasn't going to be able to do anything. It was hard. I must admit, it was really hard because it was in the middle of my sophomore year, and I was so behind in school. My grades dropped completely. Teachers weren't cooperating with me to get my grades up. And I had nobody there for me. People that I thought were my friends completely left because every time they wanted to go out and party, I couldn't. I had to stay home and take meds, or I was in the hospital. I lost a boyfriend, well, one of my exes, because of that, He left me because I couldn't do certain things, or if I couldn't get out of bed, that would get him really mad or something. And, that hurt, so it kind of hurt to lose somebody that you thought you had there for you. But as I went along my sophomore year, it got harder and harder because I didn't have anybody there for me, and it sucked, But as my sophomore year ended, I met this guy that I had met from my freshman year, and he was the best. He understood what I was going through, and every time something that came up with me and he didn't understand, he'd ask the question, and he gave me so much, courage. Like, you can do this, you got this, I'm with you all the way. And we started dating. It was it was amazing. His name I won't say. But it was completely awesome. I had somebody finally there for me to finally listen to me whenever I needed somebody, or whenever I had to go to like doctors. Somebody there for me to be with me and understand everything. But if you, in case you guys haven't heard, I think back in June, um, some doctors in Connecticut found a way to freeze certain cells in your body that would help release symptoms. It's a lot of work, but it was close to a cure, and people were really excited about that. Like, hey, we could be cured from symptoms, and these symptoms they're not something you want anybody to have. And as soon as I found out that news, I called my boyfriend crying, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I told him, and he was like, "That's great news." He was like, "I'm so proud." I barely, found out about this. He was like, "That you have MS, I barely know what it is." He was like, "But I'll be there for you all the way." He was like, "If your family decides to get you that treatment, and you're happy," he was like, "you'll finally be normal." He was like, "And that's what I'm so happy about." He was like, "This is like, wow." He was really speechless, like I was, you know, like, who wouldn't be like speechless? And the months went on, and I started seeing another doctor in Oklahoma, and she, MRI after MRI, she was like, "Well, this doesn't look good." She was like, "You're really far advanced." She was like, "And you've only been diagnosed for about 6 months." She was like, "This doesn't look good, and so we should probably change your medication." And I was like, wow, like, my heart stopped. Like, that's not good. And she was just like, "You'll be fine." And she was like, "If this new medication does not work, well, then we'll have to go to a plan C." And it's like, wow, I'm already on plan C. What happened to A? And kind of after I started my new medication, I started adding on more medication to that. And it's like, it sucks, but it's my daily life, right? And I I want to make a change in this. I want to raise up so much money for any disease to find a cure. I want to do just about anything to stop people from waking up one day and realizing that they're not normal anymore. And I want to help you. I want to get to know people and, see what they have to say, because I know a lot of people suffer through depression because of diseases and stuff, or just for any other reason, and I want to know. I want to help you. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you have anything to say, please drop it in the comments below. If you would like to, you can add me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And until next time, I will see you. So, bye!